we're building this Cedar Summit by Kid Kraft hilltop. It's gonna look like that eventually. Three stories. Bought it at Costco for $1,000, $999. There's 5 sections, 5 boxes. They're all numbered. One box over there, and then the slide is also one. And it's gonna go right there where our planter's at, so let's get started. That's why there's 2 people in there, but these things are heavy. Man, how much these things weigh? Not only that, but they're awkward. Whew. So I got them off the truck. I'm just gonna yank them and pull them all the way over there. All right, we opened up box 1. It smells like cedar right when you open the box. We have an instruction booklet here. It looks pretty thick. And the step-by-step instructions start on page 20. The final step, key to assembly success. It says, for the tube slide, it takes 1 to 2 hours. And for the fort and swing, it takes 14 to 18 hours. So we'll see if we can beat that. Today we're gonna actually separate everything like my lovely wife told me to do in the first place, because it just makes sense, because box 1 does not have everything you need for step 1. Box 1 has a little bit, box 2 has a little bit, and then box 3 has a little bit. So here goes nothing. All right. I switched up my drill for my little impact drill. It's a little bit lighter and a little bit more pack and punch. There we go. This is done now. These came pre-hinged, so it's very easy. And then you screw in the hinge part after it's all said and done. So they're really easy to put up. Very fast. Doesn't take much time or effort. They're installed. The base of your floor. Pretty easy. So far everything's working pretty well. And on the top. Now we're gonna evenly space these boards down and screw them down. The floor is done and screwed in. They want 6 screws each board, so this takes a long time. Now we install the 2 brackets on the bottom. We're going to move it into its proper location where we're going to build everything else in there. Looks pretty good so far. We got it pretty much set up exactly where we're going to keep it. Here it is. We got to now put on the ladder we built, step 1, and it goes on the back side. Overall, everything's working so far. You know, you just can't go too fast. And, it's a lot of methodical work and finding the pieces and everything else, but it's going all right so far.
Good.
Is it pretty sturdy? Okay, we got the handrails on. We got the ladder installed.
Yeah. You could go down a little bit and go down a little.
We got the Briggs watching out.
And there's not something here yet.
We got Sawyer checking out the stability. We got the chicks doing their thing.
And the slide's gonna go over here.
Oh yeah. All right, there's day 1. We're gonna turn in for the night. Start back again tomorrow. We got the door on.
No, we're not with the
It's pretty cool. Everything's coming along smoothly.
So you give me up.
Time to charge our batteries for our drills. And we got a big day, a lot more work
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So we installed this piece backwards on purpose. I watched another video and the guy was like, man, we put this on the other side, that way the kitchen and stuff is inside. They can play around with the kitchen and stuff inside. But if it's flipped around the other way, then they're playing with this underneath the slide, which goes right here. So I kind of like it like this. I think it was a good idea, so we just stuck with it. Well, so far so good. Talk about some overkill. This is a plastic insert for a window, right? And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 screws in it. Almost as many screws in this plastic mold piece. Redonkulous. Here. So. Oh, I know. We're gonna check that out too. But they tell you not to tighten any of this stuff up before you get it up here, and then you have to carry this whole monstrosity. This attached to this thing dangling down, and then you have to put it up here and then bolt this sucker in.
There's something behind the slide.
Is it really? See? Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, we jumped ahead and put the slide up. Oh, what is that? It's a finger maze. That's pretty cool.
Well, it's making a lot of noise, so.
They told us to make this level. So we did, and these brackets move and change, move and adjust. But everything's level and anchored down. So far, so good. How you like it?
Good.
Good. The roof is done, but it was a pain in the butt. You build these two pieces separately, this piece right here and that piece right there. That was a pain because you put this all together and then they want you to screw that in. And just, it's a really weird angle. Next thing is this. You want to make sure this is flush here and here. So this is the best angle we found to put it so we could actually get it nice and flush and get it screwed in the correct way. So now we're gonna pick this whole thing up and put it up top. Okay, a trick for these things, some of them won't stick in there and they'll just start turning and tearing up the wood on the backside. So what I used, you can use a hammer or anything else, but I use this. And I kept pressure while I screwed it in, otherwise it's going to tear up your hands, as you can see. So that helped out a lot. This is day 3, but it's not been full days, but we're getting really close to getting done. And we don't get it very early, but so far everything is coming along just fine. We got the rock climbing wall here ready, and then we got to build the slide for this side. This is one of the hardest things to do. It's not hard, it's just tedious. But one thing we messed up on at first is these. The bolts, locking nuts go on the side that has a spot for it, and they're not all the same all the way down, so it has like it keeps tension both ways. So these first 3 nuts are on this side, the last 3 the nuts are on the opposite side, and that goes all the way down. It's very consistent for all of these. Also get a good screwdriver. A drill doesn't really fit in there very well, you don't want to split anything, so this little cobalt screwdriver. Oh man, this is finally screwed in here, and now we're going to attach the rest of the slide together.
About the 2 elves?
First piece
and the magic
faces that way, then it goes around this way.
Remember
Oh, this slide, I'll tell you, You want to really make sure you're dedicated to this project, do the slide first and then everything else afterwards. Especially under here, you got to get a bolt up there, and while you're holding here, and it's just ask your wife to do it because she won't cuss as much. There we go. Now we got to put these, install these over all the lips, and then we should be done with the slide. All right, we got these now attached. And be careful when you do this because it does say make sure the nut goes in the hexagon and then the circle portion is for the bolt. Well, I made one mistake when I was doing it. I put both the octagons together and how to switch it around. But other than that, everything is good to go. Now we got to do the base. All right, we finally got done. It took us 3 days, not 3 full days, but 3 days nonetheless to complete this. A little canopy. Oh, she's loving it. A little canopy over the door. It rained a little bit last night. So we got done completely. Rock climbing wall on. This is one of the first things you build. And they tell you to space these out 2 3/8 inch, I believe, as you can tell. But when you do that, these don't secure on there like they should. So we had to take them off and put those on and then put it on. So my advice is to bust these out early, put them on and make this thing already because there's no reason to wait to the very end. Other thing is pre-drill your holes here. These for the firefighter pole, poke this out a little bit. So is the swing. We have to make this completely level, and then they want you to make this board completely level, and it bows out a little bit. But that does give room for, and it's very stable. It just gives you room for both swingers to swing comfortably on here. See the firefighter pole?
And watch me.
Whee! So much fun. But anyway, good investment. It's only $1,000, which compared to everything else out here is fairly cheap.